Hi Eira, hi Estelle. Hope you're both really well. I just thought I'd try and do this video to show you a few things that you might need help with. First of all, thank you so much Eira, you've done so much work, it's fantastic, so well done and thank you. Right, so I've logged into your Teams here, Eira, okay, so I can show you what I mean. So on the post section here, you can see you've been talking to Tegan somewhere here last night. I think it was up a little bit. So you've been talking to Tegan here last night, which is lovely. If you do need help, there are a few videos. I've changed them now. They're a bit easier to find. So if you scroll up and see these red sort of banner tabs, try and watch those videos. I've tried to send them through to your mum on Messenger on Facebook, but I don't know if they're working. But they're just these videos that I've tried to send you, okay? So there's one here on how to upload a picture. So there's a Welsh and an English version. There's here the general Teams video. That was the first one that I put up. That's 18 minutes long though, so if you have time to watch that one first, that would be great. Then this one, edit worksheet, so that might help you as well. So those three videos are quite good if you've got time to watch them. Then there's the maths, so you know this that I put up every day now. I put a problem of the day up, it's a maths question. I've got a little video explaining that as well, it's just here, daily problem explained. So if you give that a little watch, you should be able to understand that as well. Okay, so if I go into your assignments now on your account, because you've done all of them, almost all of them then, you've only got these ones left, okay? So if you do want to go back and change anything, it will be here in completed, okay? So if I click that down, you've got all these ones that you've already done. You've handed all of them in, which is brilliant, okay? But what I want to show you is, if I just go onto the BBC Bite-Size website, and then if I go back to daily lessons, and I assume you've been doing the year 6 ones. Okay, so today you've handed in maths, English and science, which is brilliant. So if I go and find that, so for example, the Wednesday, the maths one, April 29th, so you've pressed, so if I undo this quickly, you've pressed hand in here, which is brilliant, but just before you hand in, what you need to do is press the add work button here, okay? It's easy to miss it because everything's new for all of us, fair play. So before you press hand in, just go and press add work there, okay? Now I've done a video to show how to add work in. So it depends really how you've done the work. So for example, if I go to BBC Bite-Size, you know the maths one, usually at the end of the lesson they will have some sort of worksheet. So I assume you've read all of this, you've watched the videos, you've read all of the work here, and then is this a game or a video? I'm not quite sure. I assume you've done all of that. So when you get to the bottom, there's usually a worksheet. So can you see activity 1, multiples and factors worksheet, and then you've got another one, activity 2, prime numbers worksheet, 100 worksheet. So you need to click on it. It's quite handy as well. There is an answer sheet at the end as well, so you could mark it yourself or just check if you're doing it right as you go along. So if I click this worksheet, so it opens up in PDF, and it's really awkward because you can't change this at all, okay? So what I would do, you've got a few options really. You could do this work in your purple book, so you could just write Q1, so question 1, and then just write the answer down. Question 2, write the answer down, and you could just write it down on a piece of paper. You could take a picture of that and then upload it. So when you go to add work, you could upload it from your pictures, if you plug your phone into the laptop, or if you do it straight off mum's phone, if you download the app onto mum's phone and take the picture on mum's phone, you should be able to upload it quite easily then, straight off the phone. So that's one option if you do your work in your book. If you want to work on this, what I've told the others is, there might be a better way of doing it, but I'm not quite sure the way around it. So what I do is I open a publisher file, And then I go, so everyone has this snipping tool on their laptop. If it doesn't show up on yours on the bottom here, just go to your search bar and just start typing your snipping tool, and then it should come up, okay? And if you want to keep that at the bottom, then just do a right click and you need to press pin to taskbar on yours, okay? So this is like a screenshot type thing. So you go to new, and you use this in school anyway, right? You'll know how to use this. So you just drag what you want to copy, and then you go to copy, so it's the two papers next to each other, and then you paste it. You go into Publisher, then you do a right click and you press paste. So now I've got that worksheet in here. So it's not ideal because you still can't write over it really, but you can. So here I think you've got to put a circle or something, or circle the prime number in each set of numbers. So here you could go to insert, you could go to shape, and then I think 37 is the prime number here. So okay, let's do a no fill and let's change the outline to red. So you could do your worksheet like this. So maybe if you do a copy and a paste for the next one, that'll be quicker. So prime numbers 59 there. Okay, so you could answer your worksheet like this, for example. Then if you want to file, save the worksheet. So I'll go into my, oops, hang on. I'll save it somewhere that I know. So if I say put Eira example maths and then save that onto my computer. Once I finish this work, then I can submit that. So when you go into your, what was it now? Oh, hang on, I'm on mine. When you go, so you're in Wednesday Maths. So now instead of just pressing hand in at the side, you can actually add your work in, so I can see it, okay? So go to add work, and if you've got that file, publisher file on your computer, you need to go to upload from this device, and that will take you then to your work on your computer. So find the file wherever you saved it. So I remember where I saved mine here, Eira example maths. You go to open, wait for it to load all the way up, and press done. So now you've got a bit of work there as well, okay? But it could be just a picture of you doing something. So for example, for the science one, maybe you just want to take a picture of the screen, or whatever you want, and then press hand in, okay? I'm not going to do it now because I don't want this to actually come up on yours, okay? So that's what you need to do. Right, you could also maybe, if you wanted to, you could use your Word Online to do a bit of work. So you could just write, this is another option. It depends on the task really, but if you wanted to answer here, you could put question 1, 37, question 2, I don't remember what it was, I think 59, and you could put a little title maybe, maths, English, 29th of April, and then you could submit this then. So if you did it on your Hub Online Word, when you go to add work here, you would then, I think, choose it from your OneDrive. So if you save it correctly, so for example, if I save at the top here, change the name to Eira example work, I'm going to say, but you'll call it whatever the lesson is. So save that. So when you go in to add work, it should, let's see if we can find it there, Eira example work, and you could attach that if that's how you want to show your work. Okay, I hope that's making a bit of sense now. Yeah. Okay, so that's how you do it if the work at the end of the lesson would be like a worksheet, okay? But if there isn't something at the end, which happens sometimes in more practical lessons, so let's see, what's the science one? I don't think this one had a worksheet today. So you had a few videos and things, and then yeah, there wasn't any worksheet at the end, so you can't copy and paste and fill in the worksheet. There is an activity there, so you can dissolve salt and sugar in water and then heat it up. So if you do that, just take a few pictures on the phone and then upload that to the bit where you say add a work. So hang on, let me delete these now. Let me go back. So completed. So you've done this today, the science here. So if I go back to that, there wasn't any work there. So if I undo the hand in, right, so you need to add something in here if you can, okay? So if you took a few pictures of if you did the experiment, I would add that into here. And as I said, if you sign in on your mum's phone onto the Microsoft Teams app, that's the easiest way then. If you've got pictures on the phone, just upload them straight from this device. Or if you haven't done the experiment, you might have done these games. So let's see. If you play this game, and if you drag these to the right place, evaporate and filter, check. Good. So say if you've done a bit of work here, hang on, let me do it again. Save, evaporate, filter, and sometimes it marks it for you. You've got a few games sometimes. You could just put this in as your work. So you could go to the snipping tool again, go to new, and then you could save that little picture, and then you could show me that I've done the work, miss. I've done all the games on it. So you could save this then. So save it and call it Eira example 1. That's what I'm going to call it. And then maybe you've done a little game. Is this a game or is this a video? It's a video. What about this? That's a video as well. And that's a video. So if you had it, sometimes they put like a little quiz up. So that's a good one to use a snipping tool. Just drag it across your answers or something. And then when you go to add work, you should be able to go to, if you've saved the picture from your snipping tool, go to upload from this device. I'm not sure where it went to actually. I might just search it. I've got too many things on my computer. This was PC then. It was in captures, wasn't it? Eira example 1. There it is. So that's the picture that I had of the science lesson. So if I open that up and let it load, I press done and then press hand in. Okay, so do this before you press hand in. And then I will be able to see the pictures then, okay? I hope that makes sense. I know it's really confusing, so please don't worry about it. So yeah, hopefully this will help you. I'll just show you what's coming up at mine. You're not the only one. Loads of people are doing the same thing. So, for example, what I see today, if I go into the English lesson, I can see that, where are you? Right, you've handed it in, okay? When I click that, I can't see anything because you didn't press the add work. So next time, once you've done the add work bit, I can give you a little feedback and I could say, thank you, Eira, I love the worksheets you've done, you've answered them all correctly, sort of thing. It's just great if I can see what you've done. So if you feel like you want to go back and add work in from today, as I said, hang on then, let me just get rid of this. Just go to, so you've got assigned here, just go to completed down here. Okay, it's kind of hidden. So if you want to add work in, go for it. If you just want to start fresh tomorrow, then that's fine as well, okay? Right, I hope that helps. Yeah, and please, if you've got any questions, or if you want to give me a ring, go for it. Okay, thank you.